Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. And you know what? Today's going to be a special Friday edition of keeping that same energy. And the one thing we're going to do today is we're going to keep that same energy. Once again, it's the landlord. Salute to everybody. Salute to Mr. IOTBA 214, Fernie Forbes, Billy, everybody. Guns Right Mafia, Lisa, I see you. Martha Machine, my brother from another mother. And look, let me just go ahead and get into it. We got to talk about keeping that same energy. And you know what? The first thing I'm going to start with is Bud Crawford. And the first thing I'm going to start with Bud Crawford. If you're saying that Terrence Crawford needs to fight better opponents, if you're saying Terrence Crawford needs to step his game up, if you're saying Bud Crawford needs to fight bigger names, then you need to keep that same energy with everybody in the welterweight division, ducking this man, running from the smoke. You need to keep that same energy with Keith Thurman. You need to keep that same energy with Errol Spence Jr. We got to keep that same energy with everybody who's a champion, everybody that don't want to smoke with Bud Crawford. So don't ever mention Terrence Crawford resume and you're going to turn around and big up Errol Spence Jr. Don't big up Errol Spence Jr. and shit on Terrence Crawford. You show that man the respect he deserves. You need to keep that same energy with Terrence Bud Crawford. And let me get to Canelo Alvarez. Don't say that Canelo Alvarez is, oh, this guy's not fighting this guy. He's not fighting that guy. You need to keep that same energy with Demetrius Andre, with Jamal Charlo, because this dude, Canelo Alvarez, is fighting champion after champion, big name after big name. But you don't want to keep that same energy with Demetrius Boo-Boo Andre. You don't, a 32-year-old with nobody on his resume. Jamal Charlo, a 30-year-old with nobody on his resume. You got to keep that same energy with everybody else. Don't come to Canelo Alvarez and hold him to a standard that you won't hold to Demetrius Andre, to Jamal Charlo. You got to be a master of keeping that same energy. Salute to my brother, boxing monster. Look, let me be honest, because this is the eviction. If you stupid to come on here and tell me that Andy Ruiz is he's just fat, he can beat anybody, he's the GOAT, he's this, he's that, then you need to keep that same fucking energy when you mention Dillian White, when you mention Anthony Joshua, because these guys want to fight the best after best. Who the fuck asking for a tune-up? That's Andy Ruiz Jr. That's Andy Ruiz Pizza Patron Jr. That's Andy Ruiz Taco Meat Jr. At the end of the day, we got to keep that same energy with nobody. What? You can't hold AJ, Dillian White. You can't hold all of these guys to a high standard, but you're not keeping that same energy with Andy Ruiz when he's over here sweating bacon. That don't make no sense for a grown man to turn around and sweat bacon, but you're okay with Andy Ruiz Jr. fighting tune-up after tune-up. That don't make no damn sense. You need to keep that same energy with that fat bastard, because he can't turn around and say he want to fight a guy like Chris Arreola. You want to fight Chris Arreola? You want to fight Chris? And when you could have got that Dillian White, when you could have got that real smoke, but I get fanboy after fanboy coming in here, slapping this dude on the back. Oh, Andy could be great. That's fanboy nonsense. We keep that same energy. And look, when you look at Bud Crawford, I don't want to hear another person saying, oh, Terrence Crawford, he could be great. First of all, Terrence Crawford is literally getting better fight by fight by fight. So don't come in here and tell me, oh, Errol Spence is the best welterweight. Look, he's unified. Don't tell me he's unified when this guy wanted to fight Mikey Garcia instead of Terrence Bud Crawford. When this guy wanted to look over the best champion in the welterweight division for Sean Porter, which he admitted was the easy road. You better keep that same fucking energy when it comes to Terrence Bud Crawford. If you don't think he's the best, then you need to turn around and ask your favorite fighter, Errol Spence Jr., to pull his panties up and step in the ring and go get that smoke. I don't want to hear that shit. Oh, and if everybody keep telling me, oh, Errol Spence is hurt. He's not the same. He needs more time. He needs a tune-up. If Errol, I want everybody to listen to me. If you hear the sound of my voice and you think that Errol Spence needs a tune-up, this is what he needs to do. Drop the fucking belt so Terrence Crawford can go fight for him. Because what we want is champion, fighting champion. We're sick of this shit. We want to see the best fight the best. So keep that same energy that you had when Keith Thurman had the belt. See, a lot of people don't remember. A lot of people don't remember. A lot of people don't remember that when Keith Thurman had the belt, they say, oh, he needs to drop the belt because he's hurt. He needs to drop the belt. So if Keith Thurman needed to drop the belt, Errol Spence needs to keep that same energy that he was asking of Keith Thurman. Let's be honest and unbiased. Let's be honest and unbiased. Let's be honest and unbiased. See, these dudes got to keep that same energy. And don't ever compare Canelo Alvarez to a 32-year-old, who's exiting his prime, who ain't never fought a fucking real champion. Name one real champion Demetrius Andrade fought. Name one. Keep that same energy. Keep the same energy with Jamal Charlo. Don't you ever fix your mouth to say Canelo Alvarez ducked a guy like Jamal Charlo. Who the fuck is Jamal Charlo beat? Who is he beat? This is what we're talking about. Why should these guys get to the front of the line? How is any of these guys better than Billy Joe Saunders, Sergey Kovalev? How are these guys better than any other champion? This guy's out here making history, fighting champion after champion, but you guys don't want to keep that same energy when it comes to Canelo. You want a fanboy for an old-ass man who ain't had one real fight. You better keep that same energy. And then don't let me get to Gervonta Cheeseburger Davis. Gervonta, I slapped my baby mama Davis. Don't let me get to Gervonta, can I get some chips and queso Davis? Let me get to Gervonta Stank Davis. Let me get to Gervonta Pass the Plate Davis. Let me get to this Gervonta Davis. Don't turn around and tell me that Gervonta Tank Davis, Gervonta Stank Davis is the king of 135. Don't tell me that Gervonta Tank Davis blows Ryan Garcia out of the water. Oh, he blows him out of the water? Did he blow a 40-year-old Yuri Ortiz Gamboa out of the water? Fuck no. So don't ever come under here talking to me that he's blowing Ryan Garcia out of the water. Ryan Garcia has a height advantage, a reach advantage. The boy looks strong, naturally big, trained by the best trainer there is. And he's on here with Eddie Reynoso, the best fucking trainer in the game. You better keep that same energy when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis. Because don't forget, Gervonta Tank Davis was getting pieced the fuck up. He was getting pieced the fuck up. And if you got a problem with what I'm saying, if you think I'm talking to you, then I will drop the link and you can click it, bitch. Because we're not playing. We're keeping that same energy today. And we're not going to play with these cowards. See, that's the problem. You want to talk about the landlord. Well, the landlord is back. We're back on our shit. We're back telling everything that you don't want to hear. Because I'm going to keep that same energy with literally every single fighter. We're going to keep that same energy 2020. And if you don't know, now you know. My brother from another mother, unbiased or biased boxing talk. You better keep that same energy. Don't tell me that Gervonta Stank Davis got anybody scared. He ain't got nobody scared. Isn't this the guy that struggled with Fonseca? But you turn around and see Ryan Garcia put this boy out to sleep in the first round. Keep that same energy. Keep the same energy with Canelo Alvarez moving up, making history on Sergey Kovalev. They say, well, look, this is the biggest fanboy excuse. They say, oh, Kovalev wasn't this. Kovalev wasn't that. Andrade should be the best. Andrade, these guys are on their knees letting Andrade clap their cheeks. But we're not going to have it today because the landlord is in the building. And let me tell you one thing about the landlord. We're going to give you the truth, whether you like it or not. And let me explain to you one thing about Demetrius, boo-boo resume, Andrade. Let me explain to you one thing about this Andrade kid. Let me explain it because I keep getting too many comments. Let me explain it. If Sergey Kovalev was so trash, if he was so easy, if he was so fucked up, then why didn't boo-boo resume Andrade move up 2 weight classes, go snatch that belt, and show everybody that he was great? Because you don't keep that same fucking energy with anybody else that you keep with Saul, Canelo, Alvarez. See, that's the problem. They don't want to keep that same energy for anybody else. They want to hold Bud Crawford to another standard. They want to hold Dillian White to another standard, Anthony Joshua to another standard, Canelo Alvarez to another standard. But you give guys like Demetrius Andre a pass, Jamal Charlo a pass, Gervonta Chips and Queso Davis a pass. You want to give Andy Ruiz banking off my back a pass. We got to keep that same energy with anybody and everybody that step in the fucking ring. I'm not giving none of these dudes a pass. Keep that same energy 2020. I want to see unification. If Errol Spence Jr., hey, if he needs more time, if he needs to heal up, if he needs some tune-up fights, that's fine. Keep that same energy you had with Keith Thurman and have this man drop his belt and let Terrence Crawford go unify with somebody else. We ain't giving out no free passes. We want you to keep that same energy with each and everybody else. Each and everybody else. Keep that same energy. Don't come to me trying to make excuses as to why a guy's resume is trash. Don't come to me as to why their resume don't make sense. Keep that same energy. Keep the same energy for everybody else.